The Northeast Conference Council of Presidents Meeting has just concluded, and we have the pleasure of speaking with Robert Morris's new president, Dr. Howard. Welcome to New Jersey and Northeast Conference headquarters. It's a pleasure to have you, and welcome to the Northeast Conference. How have your first 3 days on the job been?
They've been very good, Ralph. The Robert Morris University community has been very welcoming and kind, as have my fellow presidents on the NEC. And I actually used to live in Burlington, New Jersey, so this is kind of a homecoming for me.
Well, welcome back to the Garden State. What exactly was it, Dr. Howard, that made Robert Morris so attractive for you to go ahead and seek the presidency there?
That's an excellent question, Ralph. You know, I came from a great institution. It was a smaller D3 institution. Before that, I was a vice president at a big Research One state university, and this is kind of like the Goldilocks, you know, the perfect fit, the comprehensive university that's kind of big, small. It's got great D1 athletics, but also has that kind of almost a small liberal arts campus feel when you're walking around there. So that all attracted me, and also, again, as I said before, the great athletic program didn't hurt.
Now, obviously, you're a former athlete yourself. You competed for the Air Force Academy. We'll get into that in just a moment, but I wanted to ask you, how did your first meeting go? You got to sit down with your presidential colleagues and have some great discussion. Can you share what came out of that, and also how did you feel as the newcomer in the room?
Well, I didn't feel like the newcomer at all, in the sense that the fellow presidents, the commissioners, your staff made me feel right at home. I tried to keep my foot out of my mouth. I think I was successful. I think on the specifics of what came out, I probably defer to the commissioner. I think she does a fine job, and I don't want to misrepresent what was said by Ron over at Brian, who chairs our council. But a lot of momentum, a lot of sort of really sounds kind of cliche, a lot of teamwork. I mean, we really do feel like it's one team, one fight, and rising tide lifts all boats. And NEC has a great storied past and a great future. Now,
you mentioned Ron from Bryant. He did want to remind you that Navy beat Air Force in the most recent meeting. But my final question to you, I'll bring it back to the NEC. My final question for you is, will we see Robert Morris Air Force maybe in the future?
Well, we played them this year in basketball, and unfortunately my alma mater got the best of my current school, but that's a great rivalry, a great game in basketball. We played them outside of the NEC in hockey, but hey, two great schools going head-to-head, but a lot of great schools in NEC, most importantly, and I'm very proud to be a part of that. And when I was at Air Force, Ralph, we beat Navy all 4 years, so there we go.
So I'll make sure President Makeley is listening to that then. Once again, it was my pleasure to speak with Dr. Howard from Robert Morris University. I'm Ralph Ventre, and you are watching Northeast Conference Front Row.